Please, a round of applause for the brand new tear rubber director. They're popping champagne on her table, Mr. President. They are. When one woman rises on the ladder, it means that we are on course to meet SDG number 5. We need many women on the table of leadership and governance. Please, a round of applause for Barrister Tasha. I was in Ethiopia 4 days ago for the Africa Women Conference, and these are some of the issues we did bring to bear. If we have more women in leadership, we are not competing with the men. We don't even want to take positions from the men. We only want to have a situation where we have better gender-responsive budgeting. Because it is only a woman who can tell what's happening to the woman. She wears high heels, she has monthly issues, she has psychological issues, physiological issues, and that's why when they shared palliatives, they forgot sanitary towels for the young girls. Please, a round of applause for the women. Men, you don't need to grumble. We are your sisters, your daughters, and your wives. You just need to protect us even more better. Thank you very much. It's now time. If we could have a little bit of quiet, please. Could we have a little bit of quiet, please? Thank you. We shall now take a special remark. It is coming from the AFRIDU ambassador to the European Union, a successful politician, civil society speaker, a keynote speaker at the United Nations General Assembly with a master's degree in pedagogic and adult education sciences. She has extensive experiences in youth, gender, organization, and human resource management. She served as an elected member of the Province South Holland Regional Parliament for 8 years and played significant roles in the World Conference on City Diplomacy. She is the chair of the African European Women's Movement, Sofidela, and a member of the TER International and Black European Women's Council. She has founded and chaired a political party, the National Platform of Dutch Slavery Past and its Effects, and she has held positions such as Secretary General of the National Anti-Racism Bureau in the Netherlands. She's actively involved in advocating for the rights of people of African descent, including her contributions to the creation of the Decade for People of African Descent 2015 to 2024. She has received numerous honors and awards for her dedicated work in multiculturalism, sustainable development, and women issues. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, with a befitting round of applause, join me welcome Her Excellency Beryl A. Bickman, PhD, the ambassador of the AFRIDU to the European Union, for a short remark. That's a woman. That's a woman and more. A woman and more. Please, ma'am, please shall we clap and welcome her to the microphone. When I think of how our future daughters should be with a PhD, this is what the embodiment should be like. A round of applause to her, please. Now you understand why I say men need to take care of women. You're welcome, sister. Welcome home.
Thank you. Yes, I can see. Good morning or good afternoon, family. Your Excellencies, Royal Highness, AFRIDU ambassadors, and Nigeria national officers and staff of AFRIDU, government officials, delegates, participants, family. First of all, I would like to give thanks to the Almighty Spirit, and Almighty Holy Spirit. And I would like to give thanks, more recognition to our ancestors, our heroes and sheroes, who struggle for the abolition of the transatlantic slave trade, slavery, and colonialism. I can stand here before you because of them, the strongest Africans, and amongst them, many Nigerians. Secondly, I would like to bring you, in my capacity as ambassador, from my team in return, 2020 until 2030, only for the adoption by the African Union head, what we say, the big apple under the African nations, that will bring also into the mission of AFRIDU. AFRIDU, as supporter, initiator of the adoption by the African Union head of states, and in Addis Ababa 2020, where a resolution was adopted for the establishment of the African Union, African Diaspora, Article 3Q High Council. And I'm not exaggerating when I tell you about the great role played by AFRIDU, especially the support and the contribution made by AFRIDU's President, Archbishop Professor Dr. Chidiberi Analechi Ugbu, and His Royal Majesty Alfred D. Spiff. And don't forget the Professor Prosper Ajave. Thank you. These two giants, the President and the King, have helped inspire our African vision and give a greater integrity to African people, whether in the continent, on the continent, or in the global diaspora. Family, it is for me a great honor to bring you greetings from the regional facilitators of the African Union Diaspora High Council that contributes to the realization and establishment in July 2023 in Maputo, Mozambique. Bring you greetings from the National Platform of the Dutch Slavery Past, one of the associated member, Ambassador of Cuba, one of the associated member of the CARICOM Reparation Commission, the Global African Sheroes Union, of which Mrs. African Diaspora Sheroes Union, and from the Global Pan-African Coalition for the Implementation and Monitoring of the Durban Declaration and Program of Action, and the UN Decade for People of African Descent. And this AFRIDU is one of the central organizations in Africa who always walk side by side to make sure that the Durban Declaration and the Program of Action can be implemented. So I would like to ask you, President, my leader, can you stand up? I would like to ask you a ear-dolphin applause for this great soul. My leader, Professor Ugbo, I salute you, and you and your team, the Nigerian people, the family. I'm at home. The government, for the extraordinary get-together of such distinguished African leaders and influencers across the globe and on the continent that you have brought here. And I will also salute our Reverend Dr. Abraham Breckford. Where is he? Thank you. You know, we need generals, and you are a true general. Yes. Yesterday I hear the criteria, I hear about the criteria and the competences to be an AFRIDU officer, official, or leader, or ambassador. I think that you fit the competences. Dear family, we are increasingly seeing the use of the African Ubuntu concept by Western scholars and institutions in context of their organization, management, and human resource strategy. What is striking is that their description, the translation of the concept of Ubuntu does not touch